All right. Let's it's not Thursday anymore. Let's get this game on the road, huh? Let's do a thing. Where's Poison? Okay. Got a Word document here, I think. Hello? Hold up. Wait a minute. Where is it? Where am I looking? Here it is. The Word document. And then we're gonna want to do this. Yep. Gonna want to do this. All right. Boom. Okay. Yeah, we're in there. Alright, hold on. This needs to get adjusted. That's fine. Alright. So I've got this Word document. Goes over this matchup. I need to start looking at punishing heart rate. Poison's heart rate. So light heart rate. Let me get the frame data up. Poison. Heart rate. Whip stance is heart rate, right? Let me get the official move names. Heart rate, quarter circle back, light punch. All right. So, let's see. We're gonna do this with negative edge. Alright. What does this move on block? -6? -6. What does FAT say? -6 on block. The low. Alright. So, if I'm point blank, I can get a back medium punch target combo, but the pushback is pretty decent on this. My sweep is far too slow. Crouch medium punch probably doesn't go that far. Maybe reversal DP? It's too far. That worked. Oh, that was too far. There's a little bit of a lingering hurt box there. Maybe I can. That won't work because you need the first hit is the significant hit of light Tatsu for punishing things. If this worked like Karen's sweep, but it doesn't. And super reversal super will work. Let me look at the different distances. Let me get the bot to just block for forever. Alright, let me... Alright, how far does this move go? Okay. It moves her backwards a little bit. Goes just about 2 training mode squares, roughly. Roughly just under 2 training mode squares is how far this move goes. And if I block it at the tip, of course I'm not going to be able to punish it, right? Where's my super? Well, the block stun is actually kind of long. Yeah. Alright. Here, non-reversal. Reversal. Okay. You have to be quite close. Let me save it right here. This is close enough for sure. No, really? The pushback on this move is really great. Wow, that's crazy. Wow, you have to be really close. You basically have to be point blank. At that point, all right. So let me get a little bit closer. Okay, so at this point, well, I can't target combo from here for sure. Can I DP from this distance? No. So she's -6. If I dash, that puts her at +9. That's not good. I could walk? Micro walk short? No, no way. Nah. Even if I did perfectly walk for 2 frames, I'm not getting close enough within 2 frames to punish this. Hurricane kick's not working. Light uppercut's not gonna work. Medium. EX is 8. So the solution here is just super. But the thing is, you have to be quite close. You have to be within range of Ken's crouching medium kick. Crouching medium punch, too. Let me try to see how far away I can super it from. Okay. Oh, damn. On the tip of it? No. Alright. It pushes you back so far. You have to be less than 1 training mode square. Okay. Oh. What am I in range for here? Standing medium kick? Standing medium punch? Let me turn the dummy off. So what I'm going to try to do here is find a practical way to help myself remember what position I need to be in, right? So I'm going to use my normal attacks, and I'm going to see which normal attack is the furthest reaching normal I can get and still punish this with super. So I'm out of standing medium punch. Right. So here, the only thing I can really do is stand medium kick. If she does the low heart rate here, can I super it? Oh, come on. Man, I cannot super. There we go. No. Okay. Okay. It's -6. Can I Karo super? Karo super is actually really hard. That was it. No, that's not it. Okay, so the one pixel difference is not gonna make it up. So let's look for another normal. We gotta get a little bit closer now. Save it here. All right, standing medium punch. Back up a little bit. Should be right. Okay, out of range. Right, in range. No. Wow, I don't even know my own normals. Okay, so I'm in range for standing medium punch. If I am in range for standing medium punch, will this connect? No. Okay. So it's got to be, the next normal would be crouching medium kick. All right. That's it right there. Should be the tip of it. Oh. Hold up. Okay. Yeah, okay. There we go. Alright, so the tip of crouching medium kick. Can I punish with super? Alright, that worked. Now, I can't do a no-bar punish here because none of my faster moves will reach, right? Like, this is too slow. This move is too slow. This move is my furthest reaching move, but it doesn't go. That's less further reaching. I mean, so she's -6, which means I could take my turn with a number of things. But what can I touch her with after I block it, right? And the thing here is, I don't want to do a fireball here. Like, fireball is maybe an obvious choice, but this is 32 frames, right? And this distance right here, right? This distance right here, very, very consistently, you see Poison players press standing hard punch, right? The standing hard punch is an enticing option for them here because if you do press something like a fireball, or if you try to move, right? If you try to move, you'll get hit by the hard punch. Another thing that you might see a Poison player do right here is the low fierce, right? And both of those, even though she's -6, if she decides to do either of those because of the distance, I'm gonna get blown up. Now, if I do roundhouse, I'm 14, but that's still a 10 frame gap, right? So like she's -6, I do a 14 frame move. I mean, if she's -6, right? She's -6. What did I just say? I need some coffee. Hold up. That Oh my god. That was ridiculous. There's an 8 frame gap. Okay, so she's -6, right? And I do a 14 frame move. Yo, what's up, Super Pats? I see you. What's good? Yeah, I wanted to finish this. I figured that's what I would do because like all of my gear broke. Like, so check this out, right? My arcade stick, the down input sometimes registers twice intermittently. I spent like maybe 3 or 4 hours testing this last night. It registers twice intermittently, right? And my mouse on both, so my mouse has 3 buttons. I like the mouse that has like I like mice that look like I just tried to reach for my mouse when I have my mouse in my hand. I like mice that look like telephones from the 90s, right? So check this out, right? This mouse, it has 3 buttons, okay? And I like these 3 buttons because I do a lot of video editing, and it's nice. Anyway, all 3 buttons are double clicking. Like, so inside the mouse, there's a little switch, kind of like inside of an arcade stick, right? And inside that switch, there's a little piece of, I guess it's like brass or copper or something, right? And it's bent. It's just a sprung piece of metal. There's like a S-shaped sprung piece of metal in here that works as the switch. It's like a little spring, right? All 3 of those is worn out. So I ordered another mouse. Luckily, this mouse is only like $40. This is a Logitech G600. I got this one in 2017. I get down with this mouse. Yeah, and then my stick, the down direction sometimes registers twice intermittently, which is really weird. And so another problem I have with my arcade stick is that, well, obviously it's made out of wood, right? And in here, I'm not going to take it apart right now, but the arcade stick, like the lever assembly, like all the switches and everything is screwed directly into the wood. It's like bolted directly to the wood under here, right? And what happened is, over time, the more and more I use it, those wood screws have wiggled a tiny little bit, and the holes got bigger and bigger because the wood is, I mean, it's oak, white oak. It's not exactly easy to deform, but it's soft enough to where after like 5 years, the screws are starting to fall apart. So I can't really show it, but if you felt my arcade stick, you'd be able to tell that it's wiggling around. So I have like multiple problems going on. It's so ass. Like, all my shit is breaking. At least my keyboard is good. At least my keyboard works. All right. At least my keyboard works. Yeah, I was having problems with Fireball, so I'm just gonna try to do lab stuff. I kind of want to play some, but like also, you know, we out here doing lab stuff. I don't want to get into that situation where I'm just like, damn, my controller made me lose. So what was I saying? Yeah, Poison's gonna probably want to hit something here. So I don't, unless I know that the player's not gonna do something, I don't want to Fireball right there. So if I'm in range for my crouching medium kick, I can reversal super. So that should hit her. Yeah. That would. Oh. Okay. Damn. Come on now. What a first week. Yeah, sometimes it'd be like a dude. But you gotta think about, like, this. I haven't replaced this lever in forever, and my mouse is from 2017. You know, everything's. I mean, I just hope nothing else breaks. Oh yeah, hold up. I gotta clean off this camera. I just realized I got these lens wipes. Hold up. I got this new monitor stand the other day because I realized I was looking down all the time and it was like hurting my neck. So I got a monitor stand and I put my monitors up higher, but I had to like adjust my webcam. I got fingerprints all over the lens. Alright, we're just gonna hope that works. We're just gonna, let's look. Yeah, it looks fine, right? It's fine. Looks fine. Is it fine? I have like a bubble level. I will literally spend, oh my god, I can see on this side of the room, on this side of the room, I can see the little square of floor. Hold on. Oh. No. Okay. All right. Yeah, okay. No, that's no good. I'll sit here for this to do this for hours. Let me stop. It's good enough for now. Okay. So, back to Poison. Wow. So this is the low stance whip. Is -6 on block. This move has significant pushback. If Ken is in range for crouching medium kick before blocking the LP heart rate, he can punish with reversal CA. Okay. Let's look. Let's see what other moves. So, okay, I can't punish with CA right here. Right there, I can punish with CA. So if she does it, I get CA, right? Reversal CA. Yep. Now, that's crouching medium kick. My next normal would be standing short. So yeah, okay. If I'm in range for standing short, do I get to reversal DP? She pushes me out. No. So the next normal is crouching Wow, I did not mean to do that. Did not mean to dash. The crouching, so I need to do crouching medium punch. Right. Okay. Okay. I'm in range for crouching medium punch. Do I get to DP? No. No. Pushback is too great. So what else do I need then? I guess you could say. I mean, that's my jab. Back medium. Right. I would call this like basically point blank, right? Okay. Blocks on this move is deceptively long. And if you block this move up close, point blank, you just get back medium punch. Otherwise, you can do DP. Okay, so let me write that down. If Ken is in range for a back medium punch before blocking the LP heart rate, he can punish with reversal heavy DP. If Ken is point blank, Ken blocks point blank. What can he do? Poison, please. What can Ken do here? Back medium. Do I get down medium? No. Is she jumping? get back medium target combo. Is that auto spaced? No, it's not. So you need a delay. Okay. So he can punish with back MP. Okay. Now medium heart rate. This move is going to be -2, right? Stance whip. What is this move? -6? Word? This move is -6? For real? Let's see. P heart rate. Projectile, invincible hurt box, extend outward 1 frame before active frames again. Allows for trading. Cancelable into V trigger. 2 frame faster startup when canceled into. Wow, okay. Juggle limit. Array release. -6 on block, huh? So this move is -6 on block, which means that all the same things should apply, but as the pushback seems to be much less. Maybe it's the same. Okay. Of course. No. That move is doesn't go very far. Reversal. Let me block it here. Pushback is still pretty significant. -6. Same deal. Yeah, same deal. Okay. So I guess I could just copy and paste all this, right? If I'm being lazy. I don't see any... Well, I should do my due diligence and look for any differences here. So this move trades with projectiles. This is very likely for Poison to do this move far away. What section am I in here? Negative and 0 normal attacks. Punishes. I'm in the punishes section. Okay. So, is there a way to... Usually in situations like this, the answer is back medium punch. Can you sweep? Can you sweep this? I don't think so. You could probably down fierce it if you were godlike. That goes very far. Yeah. Well. I'm looking at Poison. You see her whip up? You could probably just do this. What happens if I'm out of range? I don't think I can stuff it with this. Oi. Oi. So the answer here is probably stuff it with this. Instead of throwing fireball, throw some fireball and then sometimes do medium punch. Right? In neutral. So like Poison wants to trade, because look at this trade. Look at this trade, right? Hold up. Alright. So that did 60 damage to poison, but Ken took 100 damage. So she wins that trade by 40. But if we look at the hitboxes here, right? There's gotta be something you can do about this move. All right, let me slow this down. Look at this hitbox. You see that? Oops. She's freaking out. It's very brief. Extremely brief. But so this is Fireball Invulnerable. Right? This is like the same thing you see under people who jump. And so here, this is during the active frames. My medium punch can go over this, but this is crazy, right? Like this disjointed section in the front. Let me hold up. Let me do this here. Okay. This part right here, this is what I need to avoid. So how can I avoid that, right? Well, standing medium punch, because I know my standing medium punch is up here. We'll go over it. My back medium punch probably won't work because back medium punch extends me forward down here. So standing medium punch, standing jab, possibly. Standing jab, I don't know if it's possible to react. Let's find out. Let's say you're ready for this. You're ready. You're throwing fireballs, right? You're throwing fireballs. Poison wants to trade. She wants to trade with you. Jabarooski. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. Yeah, it's trading. Okay. Man, the move goes so much further than the whiff punishable range. This is like, oof. Oh, Fierce also works because my Fierce is up here. It's up top. Can I buffer it? Could I buffer? No. Maybe I can step kick? The problem with this is I'm committing here. I mean, I guess it's no different than a fireball, right? I'm committing to pressing Fierce here, and she can potentially get a bajillion damage from counter hitting me. I could step kick. Let me try it like mid-screen. Oops. That was weird. This is like a sim limb. It's just like hitting a Dhalsim limb, but the hitbox is better. It's very hard to hit that. No step kick mid-screen. She gets pushed back too far. I mean, I guess you could also... I mean, if you were, like, crazy, you could do something like this. Right? Like, you could make her whip... Whoa. Nah. There's no reacting to the whip. You have to do it, I think. Because if she does it quickly... Yeah, this is a 9-frame move. So... This is a 14-frame move. Jab doesn't work. It moves me to... It moves... Yeah. Dude, you have to do this so early. What's the reward on this? What's the reward on this? 96 damage, no follow-up. Maybe, what if I light fireball? She can go over that if she wanted. So a heavy fireball maybe? They could still go over that too. So my idea with the fireball was maybe the fireball would get close enough to them to where they wouldn't be able to like do something to prevent it, but if they have EX, they could do EX. Like, the fireball is too far away. It doesn't touch them soon enough. And, you know, even if the fireball was like a one frame gap or whatever, they would still probably be able to do EX, Love Me Tender or whatever. But you got to think that it takes time for the player to input the command too, so it seems impractical. Maybe if I'm much closer, right? But now if I'm just swinging fierce, what happens if I get counter hit here? What happens if this move counter hits me? I take 120 damage. So I'm risking 120. 120 and poison is what? Plus 4. Okay. Not the end of the world. I'm risking 120. If I could hit this, if this move worked, it'd be really good. Because this move would give me a knockdown. It would let me in. That, maybe you could do it like Sim. Maybe it is like Sim. Can Poison punish this from far away? She has better mobility than Dhalsim does. Like with punishing stuff far away, because she can do the crack kick. I might be able to block that. If she whiffs the whip, can I whiff punish it? I don't think so. I have to trade with it. I have to time it to trade. This seems impractical. It's not like Dhalsim where it's like... Okay. If I whiff this too, if I whiff this, she can press down roundhouse. I mean down fierce. So this is probably not an option either. I mean, this is like, that's all you get. That seems to be a lot easier to do. This move is faster. It's a lot less worse if I whiff it too, I believe. Right? Because what happens if... So, what happens if Poison is standing here, right? And she goes, Okay, so we're like at this distance. I want to start throwing Fireball to encourage Poison. I want Poison to try to whip, right? Now, if I throw Fireball, Poison she can whip to trade. She can do crack kick. She can do Love Me Tender to go over. EX to go through. She can advance forward. She can retreat. She can neutral jump, right? Or she could even try to do down fierce to trade. That's another significant thing too, is if Poison does down fierce and I try to do Fireball, right? It's possible. See that right there? What's that trade for her? That's 60 for her. Oh, 80 for her, 60 for me. Yeah, see, so she can do these things. I want to pick something that ideally deals with both options. I don't think I have it. My fierce doesn't work on the low heavy. My stay medium punch doesn't work on the low heavy. It's too high up. To defeat the low heavy, I need to do I mean, I don't even think I can do light hurricane. Alright, you need to trade with sweep. That's really hard. I don't even think this will work. I mean, I guess I could try something like this. No good. I don't really have an option that covers both situations, so kind of shitty. But if I'm out of range of this, maybe she wouldn't do it. I mean, it's possible because I'm gonna be walking back and forth. You know, it's not like you're always gonna be precisely at the exact spot. I don't know. I'm not sure if there is a way to discourage Poison from doing the medium whip. Maybe. All right, let me try. DP. That's really dangerous to whiff, though. That's so dangerous to whiff. Right. DP will cover both of these situations, but... See, the thing is, I gotta try to react to the release of the whip because she can hold it, right? So what happens if she holds it? I just go, oh, he's gonna whip. And then I do that, and he doesn't get knocked down. He can let it go and punish me, right? Unlike a character like Dhalsim, where if like Dhalsim does medium kick and I miss this, if Dhalsim does medium kick again, usually I get to block, right? Like Dhalsim has so much trouble punishing this from afar. But Poison, right? This is the situation I'm thinking about. What if Poison does this and I just Tatsu on reaction to this? Right? Or if I DP'd on reaction to that, like you have to do the on the release, which is like, I think very difficult. It's difficult to the point where I would have to be buffering beforehand. And I guess if I'm buffering beforehand, it helps me, I can deal with the EX flip kick here. And maybe I can deal with the sweep too, because I'll be blocking ideally. But I don't think I can ever react to this. This seems very impractical. Yeah, see, like, whoa. Well, I want to do the fast one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you can really whiff punish this move, like, at all. Not. I don't think this move. This is like a preemptive thing you must do. Yeah. Okay, so standing medium punch is an option. To punish that, you need to be close, so pretty much all the same things apply here. Yeah. Pretty much all the same things as blocking the light one work there, but in neutral there's not really anything you can do. If it whiffs, like if the light one whiffs, you're not doing shit, you know what I mean? If this whiffs, you're also really not doing shit. One of the advantages of dealing with these moves though is that like Poison has to pick which one, you know. So like if she picks the heavy one, you can jump over these like fireballs. Just like a fireball, you can jump over these. But she can start doing stuff like this, right? Where she can cancel it and be ready to anti-air you. You see sometimes Poison players will hold this one, right? This is kind of They'll swat you out of the air with this, but I think it's better to like basically just constantly whip cancel and only let it go sometimes. Because if you're constantly whip canceling, you get the superior shocking heal, or you get the down medium punch AA opportunity. Whereas if you just go straight into this, you could accidentally let them advance. So I think this is like way better to do with Poison like all the time. There's not really, I don't know if there's really a true reason to use this move or really use this move. Because if you just do this, you're like so in there. What else? Let's see. Heavy raid whiffs on crouchers. Right, this move whiffs on crouchers. I get rid of bold. I stance whip. This move whiffs on non-airborne. Right? So if she does the heavy whip and I'm just standing in front of her, it doesn't touch me, right? Yeah. It only hits airborne opponents. What's the recovery on this? What's the recovery on this? $17. Okay. It's like just like a throw. This move has 17 frames of recovery. Punish with target combo 1 or target combo 2, depending on spacing. Okay. Okay. Now, another thing that's kind of like a common thing to think, or like it's like, why would you're never going to come across this situation, right? Excuse me, you're never going to come across a situation where a poison player just does shocking heal accidentally on block, or a poison player does medium raid or low raid directly in your face. And, you know, there's some truth to that, right? Like, you don't necessarily always get into the situations where you have the opportunity to punish, because the opponent's they're trying not to make mistakes, right? The opponent is trying not to make a mistake. But having the matchup knowledge, right? Like having that, I guess you could even call it obscure matchup knowledge. Just having the ability to maximize your punish is super significant. Super duper important. So like, even though these situations are super uncommon, you really, really want to know them. Like, you really want to know exactly what to do. Excuse me. Because say for example, if somebody keeps doing it, like if the poison player is just like, oh, nobody ever punishes this, I'll just do it anyway, and then you punish it, they're like, oh, you know, their whole thing is thrown out of whack. Shocking heal. What's this on block though? Damn, -12. I mean, point blank. What's the pushback? Basically none. What happens if I block it at the tip? I still get target combo too. I don't get down medium though. If you're close, you're gonna want to do down medium. Alright, you're gonna want to do down medium. Boom. Right. If you're far, you're gonna want to do this. I mean, you could do something like this too. You could do a fierce. Yeah, you could do that. That's not very good unless you're in the corner. But if you're in the corner, you would do fireball DP anyway. Right. You would do that. I mean, oh, that only works V-trigger mode, right? Why did that give me regular hurricane kick? Why did that give me regular hurricane kick? That's weird. Try to duplicate that input exactly. Yeah. I don't know why they gave me regular hurricane kick. I get that a lot. That happens to me a lot. Oops. So point blank, crouching medium punch, far away, ambiguous spacing, target combo 2. So minus 12 on block. Oosh. This move's minus 12 on block. If cannon's point blank, punish with crouching medium punch. Link TC1. If far away, punish with fire combo 2. Okay, easy enough. And then it just gets worse, right? The shocking heals, they just get worse and worse. Let's see. Shocking heal. Oh, they're all minus 12. But is there a difference? Is there a difference in the pushback or the distance that you go? No, it doesn't look like it. The pushback is very, very little. Yep. Okay, that's pretty easy to remember. Okay. A kick for a kick. Same deal with all these. My mouse is double clicking like crazy. EX shocking heal. Is there something different about EX shocking heal? EX shocking heal. Minus 17. This move is minus 17. Is there anything different I can do to a minus 17 move? I don't think so. Can poison cancel this into her V skill? Is this one of those V skill cancel moves? I don't think so. Okay. Yeah, no way, right? I mean, she could do this on. She can cancel this into the whip, right? Or is that only EX? Is that only EX that cancels into whip? Can she do that on block? Let's find out. Alright. No. Only on hit. Okay. This move's minus 12, not 23, bro. Minus 12, dude. This move is minus 17. Alright, LMK. Or LMT. This is the flip kick. It's kind of floaty. What is this move? What are these moves on block? Minus 4. All of it is minus 4. Except for heavy kick. Okay, so heavy kick, it's going to be significant to identify the difference between heavy kick and light kick. Is there an animation difference? Because heavy kick is -2. Alright. So I've got her doing light. This is -4. Oh no. Oh no. So this is actually really fucked up. So firstly, the block stun is really short, which means you have to press your button right away, right? However, she's out of range for my back medium punch. Right? Yep. So she's out of range for Ken's back medium punch, which means that I have to do something like this to punish it. But the problem here is that because there's no big visual difference between her using heavy and her using light, when I block it, it's gonna be... That was heavy? Maybe it's the amount of time she's in the air. Yeah, huh. Light, light, light. I have to buffer my move right away. She's doing light, 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 light. She's heavy. Can I tell the difference? Is there an audio cue? Hold up, let me get sound. I've been playing without sound this whole time. Is there an audio difference? Okay. Is there a difference in audio? Okay, okay, okay. There might be an option here. You need to listen to what she says. Let me change the audio to English. Let me change it to English and see if the difference still applies. Hold on, somebody sent me a message. What is this? Okay. So maybe a way to tell is the audio difference, right? She also does take a little bit long. I was afraid that you wouldn't be able to tell the difference between them. Okay, let's try it now. Oof. Let's try and see if there's an audio difference. Boom, boom, boom. She says it every time. Okay. She does EX. Okay, so punishing this move, right? So this move is -4. Moves -4 on block. The block stun is very short. To punish, press stand light kick immediately, and cancel into a special. When Poison performs this move, she will make a distinct audio cue. In English, she says, what does she say in English? Let's go. Let's go. And in Japanese, she says, this is significant. You can use the audio cues to tell these moves apart. Kick some ass. And then this one she says, on your knees. Alright, let me change the voices back, and then we'll be able to tell the difference here. This is significant. It can be difficult to tell these apart, but telling them apart is super important for punishing them, especially because the block stun is so short, right? If she does the Love Me Tender, you gotta pay attention to what you heard, because if you just press your button immediately and then buffer it, cancel it, because you're canceling a light. It's really hard to just do a light, confirm it, and then get the thing, get the move you want, right? And Ken is too far away to get multiple hits, so you need to do, maybe I could do crouch jab, stand short. I gotta look at that. I need to find a way to make it so that I can consistently punish this the right way. Because if she does the heavy one and I just do short DP, I'm going sailing into the sky, right? And the thing is, Poison is also very likely to hit this move from far away, right? Like, Poison's not doing this move in your face. She's doing this move to go, like, over a projectile, usually. So she's probably doing it far away. Alright, we get to see my terrible Japanese. She basically says, I'm definitely gonna embarrass myself right now. Yo, what's up, Mr. Funicular? I see you, man. Yeah. No. Oh my god. I'm just gonna put that. I mean, these are my notes, right? What is up? We're looking at Poison matchup stuff. Yo. Oh, this is for good 2021. I respect that. Could I not? I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm pretty sure that's what she says. That's what we're getting. That's what we're getting. That's what she says. That's what I'm getting. I should look up the official codes. Now we gotta look up heavy. Heavy. This should say. HK. What does she say? Oh my god. I ran out of recording time. I cannot understand what she's saying. I cannot understand what she's saying. We're just gonna Google. Just gonna Google it. She makes a distinct sound. I don't know what word that is. I have no idea what the hell she's saying. Zero clue. Alright, well, I have no clue what she says here, but she definitely makes a different sound. Just pay attention to it. What is EX? EX is -2. Oh no, EX is -4. All right, so her CA now. Her CA, we gotta punish her CA, right? Let's try it. Actually, wait, no, not done yet. This is very likely where Poison is going to do. She's very likely to do this move far away like this. Alright. And it's -4. Damn, reversal DP doesn't even work? Terrible. Is that meaty? Does that hit me meaty? Yeah, it did hit me meaty, didn't it? What if I block it standing only? Yeah, if I block it, you have to be close. She can make this safe by spacing it. It might just be better to interrupt this move. I think it's just better to interrupt this move. Because I had to do this. I mean, if I'm point blank, maybe I can do like... Stand short, cross short, stand short. I can do jab, jab, 169. Oh man, where's my DP there? 159. How many jabs can I get? Can I get that? Poison. And space this move to make it hit meaty and make it safe on block. It may be better to just interrupt this move before interrupt this move. It might be better to just interrupt this move. Okay. I mean, if she's far, she can make it -2 by hitting it meaty. So like, say I'm crouching. If I'm crouching and I'm right here, no, a little bit closer here, she can make this -2, right? She can space this on the tip. Pretty sure of it. Almost. Let me do it this way. Yep, that was +2. Or -2. What happens if I block it crouching? 3. 3. 2. Neither of those is 4. This is unpunishable right here. At this distance, which is where poison is likely to do this. Right? Because if I throw a fireball, she can go over top. Right? Like if she guesses right, she gets a read on me, she'll go over my fireball. This is where, and this is unfortunate too, because this is where I want to throw a fireball. Because right here, if I'm not mistaken, if she does medium whip, it misses. That's where I want to do my fireball at. So right here is, it basically sets her up for getting this to be very extremely difficult to punish. Wow. What a shitty matchup. What a shitty matchup. Yeah, what's up, Xmark? I see you. What's good? Yeah, it's okay. It's really slow, and it's not really that good if you hit them. It's kind of hard to use. The EX one is amazing though. This one. This is an overhead. So this one is amazing. But like these ones, eh. But the thing is like, so these are punishable on block, but only at a certain distance, right? She has light, or confirm off the light one? Maybe, I'm not sure. She might have to counter, it might have to counter hit you. Maybe she can hit it meaty like the other ones, I'm not sure. That was 3. Jab there, right? Maybe, maybe not. So anyway, my point is, the point I want to make is, okay, so we know that Love Me Tender. Am I making the file for poison gonna be done a little bit? Yeah, I'm gonna make it into like a little, I want to make like a little 1-page cheat sheet. I want to make like a little 1-page cheat sheet, and then like you know, make the rest of it. I'm gonna put in images and list some framed out. I'll make it, you know, pleasing to look at. Maybe I'll make a video. I don't know. I'd rather make a, I feel like I'd rather make a text thing, because if I make a video, I have to make the whole video over again when a patch comes out. But if I make a text thing, it's easy to edit. But eventually, yeah, I will share my matchup notes. So my point is this distance, this is the distance where she can do medium cartwheel, right? She can do medium cartwheel. And if I block this, if I block medium cartwheel, right, it's unpunishable. I can't punish this, right? Can't punish that. Furthermore, this is also the distance where I am likely to throw a fireball. So she has the Love Me Tender, which goes over fireball. But I have to throw fireballs. If I don't throw fireballs, I'm giving up a really good tool, right? That's where that distance that we were just at is where her medium whip will whiff. This is the most likely distance I am to throw a light fireball to follow behind to get closer to her, right? So these things are complementary because we're going to be playing around this distance of this medium whip. We're going to be playing at this distance, right? She's going to try to inch in, I'm going to try to inch back, right? We're going to be playing around this distance of the medium whip. She's going to want to trade with my fireball. It's my job to try to walk. It's my idea that I want to try to walk her down, right? And if I ever get into this situation at this distance where she's medium whipping, I want to throw some fireball to at least try to follow behind it for a moment. Like if the whip misses or if she doesn't whip, I throw the fireball. That's great because I get to follow it. However, she knows that, right? So she's either going to try to step forward and medium whip, or if I'm ahead, she might try to go over my fireball. Right? So these things are like complementary. Like at this distance, I'm kind of shit out of luck. Because if I do throw the fireball, which she knows I want because this shit is going to miss, right? She just gets to do this. And if I block this, I don't throw the fireball and I block that, I can't punish it because it hits me meaty. So I need to interrupt this move. This move is better to be interrupted. You just want to DP this move. It's just better to interrupt this move, I think. It's just more practical. Right? Because to punish this move, the block stun is very short. The block stun is very short. Right? Like, that missed. That missed. That missed. Look at how... You have to press your button before she touches the ground. I have to press my button before she touches the ground. The block stun on this is so small. So, I don't know... I mean, I don't even trust myself to punish this. Like, it's so hard just to do light special, right? Like, there's no way you're confirming. I could get short, maybe. But again, Poison is unlikely to do this directly in my face. The only one she's likely to do directly in your face is her overhead, which is this, right? And if you see this move, you always get to punish it, right? So that's not really the one I'm worrying about. Yo, what's up, Ashtar? Oops. So this move, EX block high. All right, EX block high. She's hella close to you. -4. You can't get target combo. You have to do short. I guess you should do jab short because it's more damage. Jab short. All right. Oh no, short is more damage than jab short here. $169. $159. Let me try this again. $159. $169. The reason that this does more damage is because jab short leaves me closer. So, this move is an overhead. To punish, press. To punish with crouch, light punch, stand, light kick, XX. Most of the time, I mean, this move is not unreactable. You just have to be prepared. 99% of the time, people's reactions are primed by your anticipation, right? Because there are situations when you know it's appealing to go for the overhead, right? Like, for example, at the end of the round, right? Poison might overhead you. Poison doesn't have super duper strong lows, but that's not really significant to this punish. This is pretty reactable. It's pretty fair as far as overheads go. The problem with this move that makes it really good is how far it look at how far it goes, how fast. It's almost easier to defend against this move if she does it in your face. Alright. Of course it's not easy, but like the further away she is, like the more sudden it moves up on you. It locomotes horizontally really fast. So that's fucked up. Okay. Okay, CA. We gotta punish her CA. We're almost done with the punishes. Poison CA really sucks. How far does it go? That will catch me if I fireball full screen. Yeah. What is it on block? What is it on block? Let's see. Her CA is Love Hurricane. It is minus 37 on block. Do I get to jump in here? Yeah. Oh, you gotta be tight though. Reversal jump. Punish this with a jump in. So, jumping is obviously the best thing to do. If she's point blank, let me just make her. No, this is fine. Hold up, hold up. Okay. This moves you towards her. Ah. Oh, that was not a punish. This can be... So if I block this, like, right here, I'm gonna have to pick a smart jump in to do. Because look at how it moves me forward. I can't do a jump in from the front. Okay. Yeah, if I block this at, like, a mid-distance, I'm forced to jump over her, right? Okay. What is that, like minus 37? This move is minus 37 on block. Poison pulls the opponent towards her. On block. Punish with an appropriate jump in. Cartwheel attack. So yeah, this one's probably pretty obvious, right? This one's obvious. Boom. Easy combo. Nothing special about it. If she whiffs, it's got a lot of recovery too. So just jump in. Right. Easy. Let's see. Oh my god, my mouse is double clicking like crazy. Cartwheel attack. Cartwheel attack. Her cartwheel attack is minus 12 on block. What's the pushback like? I need to make her have cartwheel. How do you do the attack? You just hold it? Does it work like step kick where you can tap it? I would like to point out that this is a forward-moving, cancelable. You can cancel into this. It's forward-moving. This is better than run. I would just like to point this out, that this move is way better than run. Almost every character that has a forward-moving V-skill, their V-skill is better than run. I feel compelled to let people know that. People complain about runs so much. Ken's run, I mean. So, what's this cartwheel attack on block? Okay. Minus 12. Pushback is pretty fair. Can't punish with down medium. No, no down medium. Can I walk forward into down medium, maybe? I have 6 frames to walk. I have 6 frames to walk forward. The block stun is really short. I can hit her before she lands back on the ground. Alright. Yeah, I can hit her before she lands back on the ground, so... I don't have any moves that go far enough, fast enough for that aren't DP. Is it possible to micro walk this? I don't think so. That's really far. You have to walk for 6 frames perfectly. Is it true block string? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So if I can't get down medium punch, can I get back medium punch? Can I just do back medium punch? No. I have to micro walk into back medium punch. Okay. So I just want to press stand medium kick here, probably. Right, do I get anything else? Don't get fierce. Could do sweep if I wanted. But this is a better knockdown here, so might as well. Alright, so this move is minus 12. Minus 12 on block. Punish with standing medium kick. The pushback. The pushback is pretty great. Poison pushes. Pushes fairly far away on block. Okay. Minus 12. So. I should look into her activations then, I guess, right? See, this is the part I don't know about. Right, what is a poison player likely to do? This is the shit that, like, I don't know about because I don't play poison, right? And I mean, I know some of the V-trigger activations, but I don't know all of them, and I don't know all of the sequences. Like, poison players use V-trigger, but like, this is not shit you can really learn from other players. You have to learn it yourself. So I should probably look. I'm gonna have to look this up. Probably look up some poison play. But let's just look at the basic ones. Let me put him on guard. Let me just look at the ones I know about, and we'll see if there's anything funny going on here. Okay, so Ken should be blocking, right? Alright, cool. So I know this. What's that? Plus 12? Actually, let me just switch to poison. That's so much easier. Plus 12. Plus 12. I'm gonna put on the voice because it's so much easier. I cannot read that junk.
-6. 12. 12. 4. 1. -8. 11. -23. 7. 10.
Oh, hold up. Why do I love Street Fighter V so much that you dedicate so much time to it? I like the true answer to that question. The true answer to that question, right? And it's gonna sound weird. I like Street Fighter, and I want to share how cool Street Fighter is with other people, right? I like Street Fighter so much that I put up with Street Fighter V. Street Fighter V is my least favorite Street Fighter game that I've ever learned how to play. And the Street Fighter games that I've learned how to play are Street Fighter 4, Ultra Street Fighter 4. I've learned how to play Street Fighter Alpha 3, and I've learned how to play Street Fighter 2 Super Turbo, right? So I don't like I know a little bit about Third Strike, right? Like I can play Third Strike, but I haven't like invested a lot of time into Third Strike, right? So like this is my least favorite one out of all the ones that I've ever interacted with. And like I put a lot of like those other games, I put in a fair amount of time to learn how to play it. I do not like Street Fighter 5. But I like Street Fighter. Right. And one of the things that's like a problem is like you have to play the popular one. Like people in the fighting game community, particularly the Street Fighter sphere, like to pretend that like that's not a thing. No, that's absolutely a thing. Like, do you know how difficult it is to get a match of Ultra Street Fighter 4? Like you have to go into like a Discord server and message somebody and set it up and then play it, right? Like you're not going online in Ultra Street Fighter 4. You're basically just fighting against a guy from some random place on a PlayStation 3 with Wi-Fi if you don't do that. You know what I mean? Like those games, those older Street Fighter games, they are basically dead, right? You have to play the popular one. Like if you want to play Street Fighter 5, you have to play, I mean, not Street Fighter. If you want to play Street Fighter right now, easily, you have to play Street Fighter 5 because it's popular. Street Fighter is a part of my childhood? Not really. I didn't learn about Street Fighter until I was basically an adult. I didn't get into Street Fighter until I was like maybe 19, 20 years old.
12.
Basically the end of my high school.
-6. -6. -23. -6. -4. 1. -2. 10. 6. -1. -50. -2. -2. -53. 18. -22. -53. -22. -22.
That's plus 22. This works like a fireball.
-35. -33. -29. -31. 22.
Okay, so that works like a fireball. That is a fireball.
-53. 20.
This is a fireball.
-20. -35.
Poison cocktail is a fireball. Marvel vs. Street Fighter Super Turbo. Yeah, I didn't really. When I was a kid, I played basically just StarCraft. I played StarCraft, Counter-Strike. StarCraft, Counter-Strike. Not really. I never really played a lot of fighting games. I remember I got Street Fighter 4 when it came out, and I didn't like it. I didn't really like Street Fighter basically until I was basically just out of high school. Poison cocktail. It's a fireball. I don't think this is an idea. No, it's true block string. True block string. True block string. I mean, that works, kinda, but then you're still in the fire. And then like this, like, I don't think you can use this to whiff punish much. Like, I don't think this is the solution. No, that's not weird. What made me like Street Fighter? I tell this story a lot. I like that Street Fighter is, in general, an exercise in abject honesty. Right? When you play Street Fighter, you can't lie. You can only, like, there's no teammates to blame. There's no fog of war. You didn't grind for armor that was more powerful. You didn't get lucky by getting a random weapon drop. It's just you and the other person. And when I was younger, basically to cut a really long story short, I had a lot of problems with like perpetual and habitual like lying. Like I would lie all the time. Right? Just lie. And it got to the point where, like, it was really, really terrible. Really, really bad. And, I started playing Street Fighter and I realized that, like, wow, you can't lie in this game. I can't blame my teammate. I can't, you know, do anything. And you can't even blame the balance, right? Like, for example, if you play Ultra Street Fighter 4... and you play Makoto versus Rufus. Rufus is really, really, really good versus Makoto, right? Like, really, really good. And it's really hard for her to stop his dive kick. But you can, right? Like, the same Makoto that I pick is the same Makoto that Misei Makoto picks, right? The same Ryu that I can pick is the same Ryu that Daigo picks, right? When I pick Rose, that's the same Rose that Luffy picks. So all you need do is adapt, and there is the possibility, right? So you can't lie about anything. There's nothing but you and the other person. I mean, also Street Fighter is generally cool. Like Hadouken, that's cool. It looks cool. It sounds cool, right? There's other things, but it's an exercise in like abject honesty, right? So like, I don't know, when I play against Matty Ice and he does reversal 3-frame hurricane kick for the 7th time in a row and it hits me on the 7th time, that's because I failed to do the meaty attack. That's not because of something like, oh, it lagged, or oh, he had a special epic armor or anything. No, it's just because he did hurricane kick and I didn't meaty, right? We both just made it, like, there's no line. You can't fake it, right? And basically, I guess I was at a point in my life where I really learned that. Like, I learned to appreciate that, and I really like that is a thing. Also with Street Fighter, this is much less about, like, the game itself, but more about the community, is I saw people playing Street Fighter and being like very passionate about it, and they were just making it work. Like, you know, we all talk about like how Gootecks is crazy, and Gootecks is fucking crazy, right? Like Gootecks went crazy, right? But Gootecks is like was one of the pioneers of like early internet content creation for video games. And I remember watching that shit, and like I watched a documentary on like Gootecks and Mike Ross, and I was like, wow, they're like kinda making a living off of this. That's really cool. And then like I would watch other things, like I would watch like In Control, I would watch like Day 9, a lot of StarCraft stuff. And like I put those two and two together, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. They can just kind of do whatever they want. You can just kind of do whatever you want. So like through fighting games, it led me to this, like, not only an experience that I enjoy, but it also led me to like a revelation of like, oh, you don't have to like go to the office and listen to the boss and like take shit from Brenda. No, you can just do whatever you want, right? Honestly, in these streets, yeah, I see you, Maddie. But yeah, so that's why I like Street Fighter, and I like Street Fighter enough to put up with Street Fighter 5. Like I don't hate Street Fighter 5, but it's not my favorite. You know what I mean? It's probably, out of all the ones that I put time to like try to learn into, it's probably my least favorite out of all of them. But like I was saying earlier, if you want to play Street Fighter, you have to play the popular one. That's just how it works. Alright. Like Street Fighter wasn't really a part of my childhood, and it wasn't really a part of my adolescence, but I guess like it was part of me like becoming an adult, I guess. So that's why I really, really like it. Alright, these I don't know. This I don't know. This I don't know. I need to look this up. Let's watch some shit, huh? Let's go. I'm gonna go on YouTube. We're gonna watch some Chem vs. Poison, see what's good. Let's see. Let's go to Masatsu. This is a pretty decent YouTube channel. Capcom recently updated their I don't know if it was the user license agreement or something. Do I have hope for the next iteration of Street Fighter? What? So I joke about this all the time, but really what I want from the next version of Street Fighter is a greater focus on playing in the middle of the screen and less about playing when the opponent is knocked down and when the opponent is in the corner. I also want movement in the game. I want movement to be generally less powerful, like forward movement. In Street Fighter 5, one of the things I don't like about it is how easy it is to get next to the opponent and how easy it is to circumnavigate just like nearly anything that your opponent could put in the way, right? Like dashing is really good. Everybody has an EX move that puts you really close, and even though a lot of those moves are minus on block, for a lot of reasons, -2 is generally kind of insignificant, right? Like if Urien EX tackles you and you block it as like Ken, Urien is fucking on top of you. You know what I mean? So like stuff like that. Like it's, when I say like I want the game to have more neutral, that's kind of like a loaded word, and everybody has an idea of what they think neutral means. So it's like really hard to describe exactly what that is. But just in general, things like whiff punishing should generally be easier. Like the design of normal attacks should generally be easier. I want characters to have distinct and unique timings for when you input their combos. So when you play a different character, it feels different to operate that character. Like very, very, extremely different. Like in Street Fighter 4, right? I want the stages to be larger so the players play in the middle of the screen. That interaction where you're trying to bait the opponent's normal attack and like whiff punishing them, I think that's like my favorite part of Street Fighter. Like I really like to watch that and try to do that. And in Street Fighter 5, that is so much less emphasized than all of the other parts that I don't like it like that. I just personally prefer it to be that way. It's kind of also really kind of hard to talk about what you want out of a Street Fighter game, because anyone who started with a game that was not Street Fighter 5 is basically just going to be like, oh, Street Fighter 5 sucks, LOL. And anyone who did start with Street Fighter 5 is going to be like, oh, you guys are just fucking old. Street Fighter 5 is good. Get good, scrub. Right? Like, the Street Fighter community is not equipped to talk about game design and like what you enjoy out of a game and your personal taste and what you think makes a good experience. Like, but don't let me get on a tangent. I could talk about game design all day. People hate when other people... See, people don't like when other people do not like the thing that they like in the specific way they like it. Right? You have to like the thing they like in the specific way they like it, right? Man, there is no Ken versus Poison on here. Like, yo. Let's look up Poison. Kage. Guile, Balrog, Ryu, Honda, Akuma. This is too old. This set, I watched this set. This is not useful. CFN, yeah. Street Fighter 5 does one thing better. It gives players very clear and resourceful options to get better. Does Street Fighter 5 do that, or does the Street Fighter 5 community do that? Does the game do that, or does the community do that? The game, you think? I would disagree with that. I think that Street Fighter 5 does a little bit to like tell the players how to operate the game, but it doesn't necessarily tell you how to play against another person. Right? Yeah, let's go on CFN. We're gonna watch maybe 1 or 2 replays. It's getting kind of late. You think so? Well, all right. So let me go to the a lot of people forget that this exists. So if you go to the challenges, I don't know why it's in challenges because it's not a challenge, but if you can go to demonstrations, and the demonstrations will tell you like what the different characters are. The training mode is well designed. Street Fighter V's training mode is adequate, but there are many options it's lacking. Like for example, an option that Street Fighter V's training mode is lacking is telling the automatically setting the dummy to do a reversal move at a certain time, right? So like you can get them to do a reversal move on block, but you can't get them to do a reversal move after blocking the third move in a sequence that's not a true block string. Or you can't just go to the menu and say, okay, reversal with this move, right? You can't like scroll down their move list and then click that move and then have them reversal with that move. Street Fighter V's training mode doesn't show hitboxes. Street Fighter V's training mode does a very poor job of showing actual frame data. Like, for example, on many knockdowns that are over plus 20, Street Fighter V will not show you the knockdown advantage. It will just say 0, right? And most knockdowns are plus 20, right? There's many situations where, like, for example, if you throw a fireball full screen, the opponent blocks it. It doesn't tell you how plus you are. Street Fighter V's training mode lacks in there's no slow motion feature. There's no frame by frame advance feature. There's like, you cannot, like, one thing that's in Tekken that's not in Street Fighter V, and Tekken has a way worse training mode, is you can select a new character without going back to the menu, right? Yeah, just like, look at Them's Fighting Herds or look at Punch Planet. Those games have extremely well fleshed out training modes. Street Fighter V's training mode is like passable but not great. Like, if I were looking at different training modes as like an exam, I would give Street Fighter V a B. You know, I'd give Street Fighter V a B. Yeah, like, there's a game called Them's Fighting Herds, TFH. Once you get past the aesthetic, it's probably the best game released. Pretty much, period. Right? It's a pretty fast-paced game, and you know, it's pretty mobile. It's got like chain combos, like Gatling combos and stuff. So it might not necessarily be everybody's cup of tea. And the aesthetic, while extremely well executed, is not really that appealing in general, like for Them's Fighting Herds. But TFH, on like just like a technical design level, is literally the best fighting game to release probably ever. Like, the game is extremely well designed. Like, every single feature is just hitting. Like, every single feature is hitting. Like, people like to talk about, like, oh, it has excellent netcode, and it does. And it's like, oh, it has a really good training mode with all the robust options you could really want. Yeah, it does. But man, it, like, shit, like the menus, like, even simple things like the audio, right? Like, simple things like the audio. In Street Fighter V, when you hit someone online and there's a moment of rollback, they do not compensate for playing the correct audio cue. If you hit someone and the game and your client says, oh, okay, you hit them, but then the net play goes, oh wait, we didn't hit them, roll back, you'll still hear the sound as if you had hit them. Them's Fighting Herd doesn't do that, right? Like, shit like that. Or like the menu system. Like, think about this, right? Who in their right who decided that a blazing white and gold menu, right, was a good idea? Who thought this? Who thought this? Who thought that this color scheme was a good idea? This is such a shitty color scheme for a menu. Think about how much time players are going to spend staring at this screen, right? Think about the user experience. No one wants to look at this. There's a reason that literally every top tier service, like every popular service, offers a night mode or like a dark mode or like a color scheme that doesn't incinerate your eyeballs. Just small things like that, right? Like, I mean, I don't know. I could, like, or like, why does this game not have an in-game chat room? Why is it possible to not? Why is it impossible to infinitely rematch someone online? Right? Why is it that to change your V system, to change your loadout, your V skill and your V trigger, why is it that you need to go back to the character select menu, right? There's also like a bunch of features in this game that was dropped, right? Like Why can I do this with the map? Why? What is this? What is this for? Why is this here? Why can you do this? Right? What is that? Why is this here? You know what I mean? Like, just Street Fighter V has a bunch of features that they were like, oh, this would be cool. Or like, here's another thing. If you go to the stages, right? Check this out, right? If I go to a stage that the game released with, let's say, what's a stage that the game released with? Bustling Side Street, right? This was the very first stage in the game. If I go to the stage and I defeat my opponent on the left-hand side, we get to play on a different version of the stage, right? That was like a big feature. Why did they drop that? Right? Like, Street Fighter V is full of this shit. Like, it's just full of, like, just things that don't make fucking sense. What? I don't know what I have the CPU set to. I don't know what the CPU is set to. But if I beat the enemy on this side of the stage, right? Check this out. Check this out. Look at this. Look at this. This doesn't happen anymore. They gave this up. They gave this up. This is a whole ass new stage. Look at this. This is so sick. But they don't do it anymore. I don't know. Right. Or like here's another thing. Why is Ken supposed to be an aggressive type character, but he has one of the worst forward advancing V skills in the game? Right? How is Ken supposed to be more aggressive than Ryu when his zoning tools are just better across the board, right? Why is it that why is Alex? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of this stuff is a little bit self-evident, but it's really not. Street Fighter V is tripping. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, why are Alex's legs on back? You guys Maddie might remember this. You remember the time that we fixed Alex? You remember that? Alex is fun to play. I mean, he doesn't even really do Alex shit. Let me look this up. Actually, I can just go to Twitch clips. I can just go to Twitch clips. Clips. Is this Alex? Oh, I'd have to scroll for forever, huh? Maybe I should look it up on Twitter. Where is it? I'm determined to find this. When was this? When was this? Four years ago? No. Definitely not 4 years ago. Definitely at least last year. Is this it? Aaron. No, this is not it. It was definitely within the last year. Is this it? No. Is this it? No. Hold up. I will find this. Don't tell me I won't find this, because I will sit here for like 3 hours to find this. Cream cheese. Where is it? Aha, here we go. Look at this. Let's go.
Wait.
Hold on.
Where's my spot healing, bro?
We have the technology. Look at this. Hold up.
Player. Boom. Alex. All right. Now here's the technique, right? We're gonna select just the legs. Okay. So just the legs. Hold on. Let me get rid of this. Okay. All right. I fixed him.
Look at it.
We have the technology. We did it, boys.
Bro. Come on, Capcom. Come on. You know, like, yeah. Poison? It's not like, ooh. Full pie boing boing. Can you search via... Why can I not search replays? Why can I not search replays? Let's do past month. All character use Ryu. Poison. Search. I should put character level. No, that doesn't know. People will do Battle Lounge. Yeah. Maybe I should just look up a prominent poison player. I don't know. This is... Excuse me. Wow, I just got that notification. Crazy. League points past Grandmaster. Okay. Oops. No. This, I don't know how to operate this. We're fine. Character use can poison. I guess this is it. No, that's not it. Yo, where are the poison players? This is literally 2 full pages of people playing poison as a secondary character. Literally two. Okay, all right, poison players. Let me put it up higher, I guess. But then what about... See, this is not what I want. Because there's a handful, like basically a lot of Japanese players play Battle Lounge under a different name. I have to look up somebody specific, probably. Let me do this, I guess. Problem X. We got it. Let's look.
Round one. Fight.
Our house. Yeah. Yes. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. All right. No.
Rival Surge.
Is it dash item? No, it's just item NY. Yeah. So it's... Probably the best poison player in the world.
Replay Surge.
Diego V. Yo, Diego V is a troll. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Alright, we're looking for item versus Ken player as poison. It's so hard to... This is taking forever. I might give up on this, I'll be real. I don't know of any poison players, so I don't know who to look for. Yeah, this is not. This is gonna take forever. Who's a good poison player? SF5 poison players. I don't know. Fuck it. Too lazy. I'll look on some replay channels later. Flux Waves, right? Is it Flux Wave Z or just Flux? Flux Wave Z, yeah. He plays Armika. Armika, Poison, Balrog, Manat. Pending friend requests. Sure, why not? I don't know who that is. Tournament? Oh yeah, you guys remember when they were gonna put in tournament mode? Do you guys remember tournament mode? You guys remember tournament mode? Look at this.
Look at this. Absolutely just abandoned. Look. Oh, I see you. I've accepted your friend request. We are now friends. Look. Look at this. Look at how useful this is. Look, you can see the replay list, right? Man, having a good net play tournament system that makes you play, man. Wow, that would have been useful right now. Imagine it. Imagine if you couldn't play offline and there was like a game totally entirely based around esports. That would be so sick, right? They can host 64-man tournaments. They can even do team tournaments. Check that out. Isn't that cool? Wow, it would be a terrible shame if they abandoned this feature. It would be a terrible shame if they abandoned this feature. Oh, I can see where you are, bro. I can see where you are. Look at that. I can see where you are, bro. Okay, look, he's in France right now. Look at him. You can see where I am. That's crazy, right? Why is this thing? You guys remember when they were gonna have multiple chapters of the story mode? You guys remember when they were gonna have multiple chapters of the story mode? Remember when A Shadow Falls was only chapter 1? CA2 is not... CA2 is a non-starter. CA2 is a non-starter for this game. Right? So I'm gonna wax salty about how CA2 would absolutely suck for like maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and then what happened with that? Oh man, Cammy's pockets. It's hidden in Cammy's pockets. Alright, let's just do random select. Okay. Okay, we got Zangief versus Charlie Nash. Alright, this is double random select. Just 2 random select characters, right? I just pressed random select twice. Alright, let's think about this. Okay. So Nash is particularly adept at keeping people away, right? He has a really good fireball. He has pretty decent anti-airs with his scythes, and his dashes afford him fairly decent mobility, right? So we got fireballs, we got scythes, we got anti-airs, we have okay mobility. Not the best mobility in the world, particularly his backwards movement. His ability to adjust backwards carefully isn't super great, but his forward movement is serviceable. It's okay. His walk speed is slow, but he has forward advancing normals, scythes, right? He has great normals for whiff punishing things. They're fast, good hitbox combination, right? So we got Nash here, right? Now, on the other side, we have Zangief, right? Zangief, he's big. He has a lot of health. He has a bunch of abilities that negate attacks, right? He has abilities that stuff attacks, right? Even if there's no fireball, this stuffs moves, right? This stuffs moves. This absorbs moves. He can absorb this, right? His walk speed is pretty decent. He can go through moves. He even has a move specifically designed to get rid of horizontal kicks. What is it? It's like DP, back DP kick or something. What is that? What is that Tundra Storm move they gave him? Right? How do you even do that shit? They very explicitly gave Zangief, they designed Zangief so that he can stuff stuff, right? Like that's pretty straight up, right? And the whole idea is that he can get rewarded with his command throw, right? He can walk up and get his command throw. And the command throw, if you hit the heavy version, or if you hit the EX version, he gets to do it again, right? And so he can tick you down and discourage you from pressing against his advance because his moves are so good at stuffing your other moves, right? This is just Zangief's archetype in this game. This is just what he's designed to encourage the player to do, right? You stuff their moves. Boom, this is a good hitbox, right? Helps you crush some moves. This armor, right? Boom, here, this, right? You're great at stuffing moves with Zangief. You discourage people, you get to walk forward. This is what the developers want to nudge you into doing, right? They want the opponent to be like, oh shit, Zangief's coming towards me, he's stuffing me, right? Nash is zipping around the screen, he's doing fireballs, right? He's got the AAs. The developers clearly intended for Nash to be like a slippery character, right? It's like, oh shit, Nash is on top of me. Shit, he pushed me away. Let me try to advance. If I want to stuff him coming in, he has all these great moves to prevent me from stopping him from moving around, and his fireball zones me out, right? So Nash is slip sliding around. Zangief is moving forward. You look at the way these characters are made. The developers put them together to encourage the players to play a certain way. Now, as a player, you could do anything you want, right? You could just rush down with Nash all day, or you could play super defensive with Zangief and not even worry about moving forward. You could do that. But the developers made the characters in such a way to influence the players to do certain things. They want to make you do the fun shit, right? That's game design 101. They want to encourage you to do the fun thing, right? Now, the V system, I'm getting to why CA2 is a non-starter for this game, right? The V system fills that role. Them giving you something that you want to do is super cool, rewarding, fun to do, right? And one way you can do that in a Street Fighter type game is to afford a character, is to give the character a utility that they generally don't have, right? Something that they don't usually have is like a special treat. That's why you want to do it. That's why Zangief's CA, right? Or not CA, Zangief's V-Trigger, right? His V-Trigger brings the opponent to him, right? Zangief's, all of his other stuff is made so you can find a clever way to move forward and get around the opponent poking you, right? Stuff them, discourage them, move them forward, squish them into the corner, stuff like that, right? But this moves in hit. Oh, that's nice, right? Nash, right? He's a super slippery character. But his offensive ability, right, is hampered by his extremely slow walk speed. He can't get back in for this, right? He doesn't really have a lot of good mix-ups. Even if he knocks you down, the mix-ups are kind of meh, and he can't reset his pressure, right? He can't stagger you into like a run or stagger you into like a really amazing dash, right? Nash doesn't have that, right? He doesn't have that, oh, I'm gonna start my pressure sequence again. But if you give him his V skill, oh shit, now he does have that, right? It's a thing that usually the character doesn't have. And it's super fun to do that as a player because it fills that gap. It's like, oh man, this is so sick, it's flashy, whatever, right? V triggers and the V system are special utility, right? And in a Street Fighter game, all of the characters are basically branches off of one character. Basically, every Street Fighter character is kind of like Ryu, but different, right? They're all just modifications of Ryu to different extents, right? That's what makes Street Fighter and not like Guilty Gear, right? If you play a game like Guilty Gear, all of the characters are super duper radically different. But in Street Fighter, all of the characters are only different to an extent, right? Like we all know that crouching medium kicks are long range lows, right? Crouching medium kicks are long range lows, right? Generally, your character has a sweep, right? Your forward dash moves you a certain distance back. You're airborne during your forward dash, right? The properties are the same, right? There's this certain universal things, right, that every character has, right? That's what makes Street Fighter, right? And they push that a little bit with the V system, right? There's utility on the V system. Characters are just kind of variations of the same theme. That's what makes Street Fighter, not Guilty Gear. That's a little bit special. Anyway, my point is that they already ran out of room. There's very little room left to make interesting and unique reactions with extra utility moves, right? You could, but they're not. They're just going to be kind of bleh, right? So if you gave characters a different CA, right, it's just going to be another attack. The V system already fills that unique utility role. So CA2 is basically just going to be V Trigger 3. That's what CA2 would be if they made CA2. And that's basically a non-starter. Like that's like they just that would be a fucking absolute flop, right? Because the idea here, right? Well, if they made CA2, it would be V Trigger 3. That's what I'm trying to point out, right? And because of how they have there are some characters who could go for a V Trigger 3 and it would make them more interesting as a character or like more engaging as a character. But a lot of like the unique utility reward from V Trigger without going absolutely insane outside of the bounds of like what makes Street Fighter a Street Fighter type game is already on the V Triggers and the V systems, right? So CA2 would just be V Trigger 3, and that's kind of like a non-starter. They need to do something different. The idea behind the V Triggers and CA is that they're an expendable resource, and they want the player to have to make interesting and engaging decisions, right? So here's an example. Zangief is fighting against me, right? And let's say I'm Nash. I'm pressuring him. He might die, right? If I have full CA and he might get chipped out, he now has to decide whether is he going to save his V Trigger to make a comeback with a really big combo or using the utility in some way because, you know, he's only got one hit of life left and I could chip him out. He has to make a comeback. I could just sit here for forever, right? Or does he V reversal and give up that comeback chance, right? Same deal. Or like, say for example, I'm Nash, right? Do I use my EX bar to EX anti-air for a little bit more damage and better air invincibility? Or do I save my EX bar for my super, right? Now, Nash's super is interesting in the way because it gives him, was it quarter circle back? Half circle back? It gives him some utility. It gives him an anti-fireball utility, right? This is a little unique on this, right? Nash kind of has a standout super. But for the most part, all of that utility and stuff is on V triggers in the V system. And everyone's super is just a combo ender, right? So to add CA2 does not add any more unique like decisions. There's no decision to make. It's like either a combo ender or all the same things I used to have, right? Your CA2 doesn't offer you an interesting utility that you wouldn't otherwise have because every character basically already has everything with the 2 V skills and the 2 V triggers, you know? I guess you could say something like, well, now you can play Balrog with V skill 2, V trigger 1, and then have a command grab super or something like that. But, you know, like, so just from like if they chose to do CA2, it would be a bad decision from like it's just a bad design decision, right? You're thinking they would add something less work and more universal? Yeah, that's probably what they would do. because of like real Rona hours, right? Because of the whole pandemic and everything like that, it's very unlikely that they're going to do some sort of super major critical overhaul. If they do something that has like new animations, new moves, stuff like that, that's going to require like a lot of manpower. Like people need to make those things, and they have been talking about how they haven't had those people, right? Like everything is super delayed because of the pandemic. So it's very unlikely for them to do that. I think I would agree with Maddie that they're going to do something that's a little bit less work. They probably would do something with the V system. They probably might use like maybe more get up options or a different mobility option generally for most characters is something that they might do. But like CA2 would just be V Trigger 2. You know what I mean? But it's probably gonna be a low effort universal mechanic. They might do something like combo canceling. Maybe you could spend your V trigger bar to extend combos, because that wouldn't actually require a lot of like extra work. I mean, of course you would need like the people to program it in, but you don't really need like new animations or anything like that crazy. You just make the characters flash red and then it works regular like a regular cancel would work. Man. This gets me tight. Like I hate talking about Street Fighter V in this way. Like it's just so annoying. It's just so annoying. Like, come on. Why did they just fuck it up, man? Like, in a very far away kind of way, in a very removed way, Street Fighter V for me is like watching one of my children become a drug addict. Like just watching them become a failure. Like I love Street Fighter so much, and every time I see Street Fighter V do something wrong, I get so upsetty. I get so butthurt upsetty. Like, oh man. Like, all right, here's a small detail that like adds up and really matters. Look at the shadows on Nash, right? Look at Nash. Just look at his idle animation, right? What the fuck did they do to the lighting? Right? Look here where the mouse cursor is. Right? Look at his face. Where do these shadows come from? What is this? Right? Or look here. Look at his collarbone. Right? Excuse me? Come on. They couldn't even fix the lighting on one of the starting characters. Nash was like the big returning character for this game. Ugh. You know, like, come on. You know, just shit like that. Just those little details, they add up, man. Or like, look at Birdie, right? When you pick Birdie, check this out. Look at what happens when you pick Birdie. Why does his chain clip through his necklace? Let me move the camera. Look at his chain. Look at this. Why does it clip through the necklace? Why is that? All right. Or the same thing happens when you pick Rashid, right? Look at Rashid's. Look at that. What is that? What is that? Did they really care about this game? Did they really care about this game? Right? Think about it. Of course, there are people who worked on Street Fighter V and they care a lot about Street Fighter V. There are definitely people on the Street Fighter V team that are like super passionate, right? But think about that. Those are the little details. They all add up. When you see those, right, it affects you and it adds up. It adds every time there's something that's just a little bit wrong. It adds up. If there's 10 things that are just a little bit wrong, it's bad. It's bad. Like they just did a bad job. Like it's bad. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Just that shit triggers me. You know, because I want Street Fighter V to do well. I want it to do well. I want it to be good. I want to enjoy it. Right? Like why did they decide to make the menu white? What is this layout? Right? What is this layout? What is this? This menu makes no sense. Right? Like, I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here. I could sit here and nitpick all day, and some of it is nitpicking, but other things are significant. Like, really, shit like this matters a lot to your game. You know, shit like this really matters to your game. It's that little bit that puts it over the edge from good to excellent. You know, like just those little things, like the way that, you know, Birdie's chain clips through his necklace, or the way that, you know, like idle animations just don't animate right, or something simple like even like false super, you know. Like, this is the last thing I'll talk about, but like stuff like this adds up. Yo, thanks for hanging out, Mr. Panicular. I see you, man. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for surviving the complaint train. So check this out, right? What is her super? This? Okay. So this, I mean, everybody talks about this, but like, okay, she launches you up into the air. She follows you into the air. And then she just bonks you on the head. Like, just something ain't right here. You know, I'll be real. I don't know a lot of, I mean, I know a little bit about like animation and like, I know like some buzzwords about 3D animation or anything, but you don't need to be an expert to tell that something just ain't right. You know, something is off. Something ain't right about that. Right? Or here's another one. Here's a better, even more clear example. Right? Cammy's air throw. Cammy's air throw. You guys remember Cammy's air throw? You guys remember Cammy's air throw? Look at this. Look at this. What is that? How did that make past the quality check? What is that? How did that make it past? Where's the love and attention and care to detail? Where's you know what I mean? Like, where's the secret ingredient? What is that? How did they let that in here? Yo, what's up, Miss Patricia? I see you. What's good? How did they let that happen? All right. Anyway, that's enough. That's enough of that. That's enough of that. I think that's it for me. I gotta go feed the cat. But if you would all be so kind as to stick around, maybe we can find somebody to host. I really appreciate you guys hanging out. I know I say that a lot, but I really do. You guys are super cool. Yeah, thanks for being super cool. Cozy Phil is on. Let's host Phil. Thanks for hanging out, amigos.